Zack Snyder's 300 is the movie that revealed Gerard Butler to the world in 2006. He played the main role of Leonidas, king and leader of the Spartans during their vicious war against the terrifying Xerxes. The movie became an instant classic, and Butler became a household name overnight. People were very excited to find out where he would go next, but, unfortunately, it doesn't look like his seemingly bright future played out the way everyone had hoped. Some people will argue that, despite a lengthy career, Milla Jovovich has only ever been in one good movie, Luc Besson's 1997 The Fifth Element, in which she gave an incredible performance that was praised by audiences and critics alike. They wouldn't be completely wrong. Aside from that movie, Jovovich is mostly known for playing the main character Alice in the Fallen Resident Evil franchise, which is mostly made of highly disliked films. Milla is one of those actresses who always gives great performances to her roles, no matter how bad the movie is. Most people will point out that he was in the modern horror cult classic The Cabin in the Woods, which came out a decade ago, but that's about it. A shame, because Chris Hemsworth has proven himself to be an insanely talented actor capable of playing darker roles as well as funnier ones. However, since taking on the role of Thor in 2011, Hemsworth has only been in subpar movies that perform terribly on every front. He attempted to star in a number of failed franchises, including the cancelled Huntsman trilogy, the horrible and the infamous 2016 Ghostbusters reboot with Melissa McCarthy, Kristen Wiig and Leslie Jones. Eva Green is quite the interesting case. Compared to other actors of her time, she has not appeared in a lot of projects, even though she also appears in French films. She debuted in 2003's The Dreamers, and appeared in 2 other films before making her way to the James Bond franchise and becoming a household name. But what makes her so fascinating is that, despite the fact that an overwhelming majority of the movies she has appeared in are known to be bad, most people agree that her talent is a true force to be reckoned with. In 17 years, she has simply never given a single bad performance. Since her critically acclaimed role in 2006's Casino Royale, Eva Green's career has been an absolute rollercoaster of weird choices and promising projects that somehow couldn't stick the landing. She became a Tim Burton muse, starring in his most recent debut Ms. Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, Dark Shadows and the disappointing live-action remake of Dumbo. She also appeared in widely disguised sequels, with 2014's 300, Rise of an Empire and Sin City, A Dame to Kill for under her belt. Many people consider Michael Fassbender to be one of the greatest actors of our time. He is undeniably a powerful performer, one who disappears seamlessly in every single one of his roles. He is a highly popular figure in Hollywood and people generally get excited when he is announced to be in a new movie, because he is just that good. Which is ironic, because most of the films he is in are known for being very bad. In the last few years, Fassbender has not been able to catch a break with the continuous failure of his projects. The X-Men franchise ended on a series on flops. Ridley Scott's Alien, Covenant sequels got cancelled after it crashed at the box office. The 2016 Assassin's Creed movie adaptation was an absolute disaster that lost its studio millions of dollars and also saw its sequels axed, and his murder mystery flick The Snowman ended up being one of the biggest box office bombs of 2017. Lucy Hale is probably one of the most talented actresses of this new generation. The range she has been able to show in the last few years is on a level that most of her peers cannot match. Unfortunately, while being one of the most talented, she also appears to be one of the most unlucky. With her incredible talent, Lucy's career as an actress has been plagued by terrible projects, from movies to television. While she has appeared in a number of things in her early years in the industry, Lucy finally became a star in 2010 with the teen mystery series Pretty Little Liars, in which she played the role of Aria Montgomery, a young high school student trying to solve the disappearance of her best friend. Pretty Little Liars is widely regarded as being a bad show, but one that was insanely popular at the time, going on to deliver 7 seasons. At its close, people were extremely excited to see where Lucy Hale would go, as her award-winning performances in the show foretold what people expected to be a bright future in better, more mature projects. Things did not go as planned. Since the end of Pretty Little Liars, Hale has been stuck in a cycle of mediocre movie flops and cancelled TV shows. She also found herself trapped by her former success, seeming to only find roles in teen projects. She starred in the failed horror movie Truth or Dare in 2018, the critically panned Dude, and the awful remake of Fantasy Island, which crashed and burned at the box office early in 2020. During that time, Lucy also got main TV roles in the CW's Life Sentence and Riverdale spin-off Katie Keene, both of which were cancelled after 1 season. Despite being a gifted performer, Lucy Hale's name has very unfortunately become synonymous with bad cinema and mediocre television, and people now expect a movie to be awful as soon as they find out that her name is attached to it. However, do note that I am a huge fan of Lucy Hale and expect the opposite, especially when it comes to the Cinderella Once Upon a Song movie starring Lucy Hale as Katie Gibbs. Jennifer Aniston is easily the biggest star to come out of Friends. The iconic sitcom ran for a whole decade, ending its run in 2004, and during its run, Aniston starred in the highly successful Bruce Almighty with Jim Carrey, showing huge potential for the future of her career. She was one of the biggest celebrities in Hollywood, and fans could not wait to see what was coming next